Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Simolo Ibidumoye, the global woman, and I think I should say Happy New Year. Of course, I know that I've uploaded a couple of videos this year, but it's been a really long time. I redid a sit down video, and as you all know, I relocated to the UK last year, so settling down, moving houses, just trying to has been a lot. So all I could do was like vlogs of where places I went to. If I have a lot of that in my draft that I've not been able to edit, but all the going up and down and everything, I've not been able to like sit down and talk about things that I want to talk about. But thanks be to God who causes us to triumph. I'm back, and by God's grace, every Friday, every Friday you're going to be getting a video from me, a sit down video or a vlog. But I want to do so much more of sit down videos because I miss talking to you guys. I miss hearing your opinions. I miss sharing a couple of things that I love to share. So yeah, welcome again. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Here I talk about faith, love, food, lifestyle, everything in between, wholesome content, quality content on marriage, beautiful life, just my beautiful life apparently, with a lot of jara and sweetness here and there. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you. If you've not yet subscribed, I think you should do that right away, because this year, this is like what? This is May already, so this is already the second quarter of the year. But anyhow, we're not counting time. We are gonna have a blast this year by God's grace. Anyway, so I missed you guys. I hope you missed me too. Today, I want to talk about a video that, or should I say video, a topic rather, that a lot of people have asked me for a long time. So anytime I post videos about my wedding or how I was on my wedding day, a lot of people usually ask me, how were you able to just smile throughout? And best to believe, I smiled throughout my wedding. Like, I think it was once I frowned at somebody for something. And I think it was once I raised my voice, right? Because that day, I knew that come what may, I am going to my husband's house. So a lot of people always asked me, how were you able to do it? Despite the pressures, despite different things. And best believe, there were things that didn't go as planned on my wedding day. So some people will be like, oh, it's because you had a perfect wedding, that's why you were happy throughout, that's why nothing stressed you. Ladies and gentlemen, there were things that were meant to stress me, but I didn't allow to stress me. So that is why I'm doing this video, and it is simply how to enjoy your wedding day, how to smile throughout your wedding day, how to be, and this is particularly for brides, because a lot of grooms are chilled. I don't think I've seen any groom that is usually so worked up, but it's we, the women, that want to put everything on our head. So this video is particularly for brides, and I wrote some notes here because this is a very serious video. So in case you see me looking at my notes, I don't want to forget anything. All right, so it is how to be a happy bride on your wedding day and enjoy every moment. You must learn to enjoy every moment. It is your day. Everybody came from the abroad, from Enugu, from Nasarawa, from Lagos, from Yola, just to celebrate with you. So it is your day. You are the queen of that day, and you should understand this and learn to enjoy it, right? So let me just give a background story and just share a few things that happened on my wedding day that should normally throw me off guard, or should I say should normally spoil my day, but I didn't allow to. So the day before my engagement, so my wedding was last year in November, and it was for 2 days, 12th and 13th. So 12th was traditional wedding, 13th was the church wedding and all. So the day before my wedding, I remember 3 of my Ashwebi ladies, 2 or 3, messaged me and said they were not going to be coming. Oh my good Lord. And in my mind, I'm like, why? For me, I had opened a group chat of ladies, my friends, for at least 6 months. So as early as after our introduction in January, I started planning, because me, I'm chief event planner. Like, I go out, I go all out for my friends that are getting married. Even if you do not hire me as your event planner, as long as I'm coming to your wedding, I will event plannerize myself into it just for you to have a perfect day. So just imagine when the event planner now plans an event and doesn't go as planned, right? So I always imagined a perfect wedding day. I knew that nothing was going to flop because I knew how to plan ahead and I had experience planning weddings, right? Ladies and gentlemen, so we had concluded a lot of things. I had opened the group since like February. Wedding was in November, so that was like 9 months of preparation. So I would have expected that people coming would have taken permission from work and stuff like that. But lo and behold, a day to the wedding, three Ashebele said they were not going to come for different reasons. Yeah. Whew. So I'm just like, okay, no problem. Deep down, I was not happy because how you had already planned a particular number of people. And for me, I wanted the same number of Ashwebi ladies to be the same number of Agbada men. I don't know if you understand. Same number of bridesmaids should be the same number of groomsmen. So yeah, my husband kept on going back and forth, back and forth. How many people? If somebody's adding one person, so I'm going to add somebody, that kind of thing, just because I wanted a beautiful and perfect day. So when they said they were not going to come anymore, I was not happy because we had already planned the videos to do, the this to do, the that to do. But I let that slide. That's number one. Number two, some Ashwebi ladies that were coming on this Friday of the engagement, one called me and said something. They were not coming again. They were like 3 coming together. Or is it 4? And she's like, they're not coming again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and that particular time when I was called, this brings me to another point. The person that did our gele, Ashwebi ladies gele, the guy delivered late, so he delivered on Thursday night. We had agreed that I was going to, attach, if you are used to Ashoke, they deliver it in like length. So it's either you take it to the tailor to make it into a complete gele and whatnot. So I'd already agreed that this guy, we've paid for this guy to make it a perfect gele, like just give each person when they come. Unfortunately, he delivered like 10 p.m. that night, Thursday night. Something we were supposed to use on Friday afternoon, right? And I received it at the hotel because I'd already moved to the hotel. Or more. That's how I saw that he had not joined it. My head just went. I'm like, God, what's this? So on that Friday, when these ladies called me that they were not going to be coming again, I was carrying the gele up and down looking for how to attach it, because how will I give you gele that is not joined? So I was going on my meal on engagement day. I was going up and down looking for how, because I didn't have a lot of people on guide. Everybody, I thought everything was going to be perfect. So everybody had different things they were supposed to do. And at that particular moment, there was nobody to say take, because people came from outside Ibadan. My wedding was in Ibadan. So I'm like, I can't just pack people that don't know Ibadan to start looking for tailor. So I had to go back home where I had a tailor. So I'd already called her. She should open her shop early. So I was in the middle of all that kitikata for these Ashwebi ladies. Only for about 3 to say they are no more coming. Something happened. Not knowing that they were pranking me. Because in less than, they arrived. So in my mind, I'm like, wait, why do you think the best day to prank a bride is on the wedding day? Because I was tired, frustrated, upset. This was before the wedding. So I was tired, frustrated, upset. I'm like, what am I going to do? I was still in the middle of who will do this gele, how will I get back home and all of that. And you say you're not coming. When the night eventually came, I'm like, what was the aim? You wanted me to just lose balance and come and do surprise? No. So tips for friends, please don't prank the couple on their wedding day. They're already going through a lot. Emotions are already high. If not that I had control of my emotions, I would have really just scattered everything and be annoyed, because it was really annoying. So back to point number 2. Okay, I think I've done 2 and 3 together that way. So 2, the gele was not joined. 3, people that was doing running up and down to do gele for were trying to prank me, saying they were not going to come. And in my mind, I already thought that, okay, 3 said they're not going to come on Thursday, and that 3 are not coming again. So what exactly am I gonna do? Where Ashwebi ladies should be like, already friends of the bride that will dance with her and everything like that. What else happened? Number 4, the person that made my husband's suit made a very big mistake, such that On the engagement day, I think it was engagement morning, my husband and his best man had to go start looking for emergency suit. I don't think they didn't see a perfect one. On the wedding day, going again, they had to go back out to town to look for a suit. When I heard this, I was not happy at all, because some vendors, Lord have mercy, that shall happened. I don't want to say what I don't want to say. So I was upset that why will a vendor do this kind of thing? Gosh, the back and forth was just a lot. So imagine when your husband does not have clothes he's going to wear for you to go and meet him on the altar. I had every reason to just be scattered. And truth be told, I was not happy, because I'm human. So as it was in the market, I think I was already doing my makeup. It was sending me pictures. Is this okay? Is this okay? So it was a lot of get for us. You get. Something else happened. I think something I was supposed to wear under my wedding dress to make it firm. What even happened? I think it got lost in transit or something. She did not come again. So eventually, and thank God I didn't wear, because I would have been so suffocated on my wedding day. So I carried my big belly to the altar like that, and I got married to the love of my life. So that's point number 5. So this, among other things, happened. Number 6, on the engagement day, we had already agreed that should be ladies, let's be on time, everybody should finish by 11 and blah blah blah. A lot of people came late. Some people were still doing their makeup when I was already leaving for the engagement. I ran late for my engagement because I was waiting for my should be ladies. Imagine a bride getting to her own wedding late because she was waiting for her should be ladies. And I had to do that because I'm like, there's no point for those of us that are here, or for those that were able to come, there's no point buying clothes, there's no point planning all these things for about 10 months, and then we'll not have pictures. We had already planned all these, videos and everything that is going to take us to Bella Naija page, all those open and close video. We have planned plenty videos, but we couldn't do any. So I'm like, if it's that I'm going to be a couple of minutes late, my mom was calling, everybody was calling me, I said I must take pictures, and I think I have like 2 or 3 pictures. I'll see if I can attach it while I'm editing this video. So I'm like, okay, at least even if I do not have videos, my Shebi ladies like that, I have pictures. Thanks to those that came quite early, they were able to join me in my beginning video and stuff. But for pictures, like I said, I must take pictures. I don't even think it was everybody that was in the picture, because all the running up and down and everything and all. So this and more happened the day before the day of my wedding. So I had every reason to be angry. But ladies and gentlemen, I was still that happy bride that you are going to wish you were. Or I was still that happy bride that you desire to be. Because somebody's son has found me today. Because for those of you that are not yet married, that is why I'm doing this video. So that even if thunder is striking or rain is falling on your wedding day, you will know how to preserve your joy, right? And that is why I had to do this background story, for you to know that it's not like I had a perfect wedding. It's not like things did not happen. In fact, I can't even remember other things that happened. In fact, there was even an issue with one of the vendors. I don't want to mention who it was because it'll be easy to know. But one of the vendors that was like very important vendor came with a lot of attitude that really was affecting the atmosphere and everything. And all of these things were getting to me. But because of the things I had planned before to do on my wedding day, which I'm going to get into shortly, I remained as energetic and happy as I could be. So I know that this background story alone has already taken a long time, but I had to share this so that you will know that I don't think there's a perfect wedding. Something will always happen, because humans are humans. That vendor that you are banking on is human being. Their character will still come and show. That's something you have, things would always happen. So what do you do when things don't go according to plan as the bride or as the couple? What do you do when people disappoint you? If I had a lot of other people that would have loved to be at my wedding, they could not be there for one reason or the other, I was not happy. But I'm like, you know what, as long as my husband is going to be there, that's what matters most. My husband will not shall say he is traveling or he did not take leave at work. Do you understand? So now let's get into my notes and I hope it's not going to be too long. But I'm very sure that when you watch this video, especially if you're getting married soon, should I say I'm sure, I really do hope that it gives you a change of perspective to some things and really helps you to keep and maintain your joy on your wedding day. Because truth be told, you don't want to pay hundreds of thousands of naira or dollars or pounds wherever you live to a photographer or a videographer, and you're watching your videos and you're seeing yourself frown. I didn't see one picture where I frowned. I didn't see one picture or one video where I frowned, because I'm like, I can't pay so much and pictures will come, videos will come, and I'm like, never, not me. even if they say something is happening, I'm going to, at the end of this video, so watch to the end, I'm going to insert some of the videos that I took on my wedding day and how I was. So let's get right into this point. Point number 1 is proper planning. I know that people would have you'd have overflogged this proper planning, plan well, and it might begin to sound like a cliche, but it is the truth. If you don't plan well for a particular thing, it's gonna last dent. Because for people like me that thought I planned perfectly, some things didn't still go as planned. Now imagine if I didn't even plan well at all. Do you see? So proper planning can never be overemphasized. And that takes me to the next point, which is delegation. So let's just say proper planning and delegation should go hand in hand. Brides, women, we are women. Especially if you are someone like me that likes to get things done themselves. You need to understand that for your wedding, you are the queen of that day. You can't do everything yourself. You cannot do everything yourself, and you need to just understand, just accept it, that you can't do everything yourself. You can't be the one that will be chasing vendors. You can't be the one that will be picking clothes. You can't be the same person that will be trying to fix decoration. You can't be the same. Even if by yourself you have skills, pick the one you can do. For me, I knew by event planning. I make beads, I do catering, I make fascinators, I make a lot of things. But for my wedding, all I did was make my traditional beads and my wedding earrings. Fascinators that I could do for my bridesmaids, I contracted it out. Event planning that I could do, I knew that it doesn't make sense to plan your own wedding and be on top of it, because event planning is before the wedding. You need somebody to be on ground to ensure that things are going as planned, right? So I knew I couldn't do that. Catering, I can't obviously be the one to cook for guests at my wedding. Do you see? So I knew the one I could do, and I just picked it jejely, and I made my beads. I think I finished making my beads a week to my wedding or something like that, right? Because that one was the easiest for me, and I love bead making. So I decided to do the rest. I've seen brides that they will be picking people that are supposed to help them as main vendors, and they themselves want to be the main vendors. I understand that you bake and you want to do your wedding cake, but when you see that some things might not go according to plan as per time and different things, please delegate. Please contract it out. There's nothing wrong in you not doing anything as per planning or pinny kokon on your wedding. Just enjoy the moment, right? So I saw a wedding where chief bridesmaid was, I think, event planner, and chief bridesmaid was caterer or something like that. So I'm like, your chief bridesmaid should be your right hand person, your right hand woman. How will your chief bridesmaid that's supposed to be with you all the time also be the one you're sending to be the person trying to check if the food is done, that kind of thing? So let us know who is doing what. It's going to really help you a lot. So proper planning, at least a month to your wedding, everything should be sorted. You should have picked your vendors, your clothes should be ready, you're almost ready. You should have settled everything with every vendor, everything with every person you're delegating to. And it's also important to tell your friends or people around you that you want them to do something for you early enough. It won't be on the wedding day. You'll not be telling somebody, please, so is it that will help me drive, or is it that will help me go and pick drinks? The person is like, so don't be angry if some friends on that particular day don't go all out for you. Someone like me will still go all out for you if I could. But some people just came to your wedding to enjoy themselves, and sometimes that's okay. It can be annoying if they could help and they didn't, but should be told, if you did not tell them that they were supposed to do this or do that, beforehand and they are guests, like they are not like friend, they are guests, allow them be the guest. But if you're like your close pals, close friends, that you've been doing all this planning together and things were trying to flop and they still didn't, help or come in, and here people cannot be having that conversation after. So please, delegation, very important. At least a month to your wedding. If your wedding is in we're in May now. If your wedding is in June, by now everything should have been sorted, just so that you can rest, you can breathe, you will not be jumping up and down last minute. A lot of brides fall sick on their wedding days because they stress themselves too much towards the day of the wedding. So wedding night itself, they will not enjoy. Honeymoon, they will not enjoy. Why? They carry everything on their head. So please, proper planning and delegation is very important. So that'll be number 3, Abby. Number 3 now. Pick out clothes and styles that are comfortable. Women, I know what I'm saying. The way this corset is raining these days, I don't understand why people want to squeeze your lungs and your intestines just because you want to wear a dress. What did they say that they will not marry you again if your stomach is big? Or did they say that they will not marry you if you do not wear 10 inches shoe? Let it make sense. I saw a video of a bride. This lady was extremely uncomfortable at her wedding that she could not even dance. She could not be free. All those things that they used to do, neither in front of your husband, let him spray money on you, she couldn't do it. Feeding of husband, she couldn't do it because she was so snatched. And people will be saying, I want to be snatched. Snatch me. Don't let them snatch your destiny. Please, brides, wear comfortable clothes. Wear comfortable clothes. I can't overemphasize this. I'm not saying you should now wear clothes that don't fit you. Everybody knows what fits them. But you don't have to suffocate yourself because you want to look peng, right? Or a plan can be, okay, because of pictures, you want to snatch yourself. After you take the pictures, unsnatch yourself so that you can be free on that day. Wedding day is about freedom. It's about joy. It's about happiness. So it doesn't make sense that on your day of joy, you are suffocating. It doesn't make sense. You won't be able to eat, you'll not be able to play, you'll not be able to dance, you'll not be able to be happy just because you are wearing a dress that is too tight. You even be able to sit down. Somebody, one was trying to sit down like this, like she was pregnant, because all her stomach was so tight in that dress. He's not. And this thing is paining me, Sha. It's paining me because you deserve better than what you are doing to yourself. Trust me. There are styles that can fit your body structure. If you know that you have a big tummy and you don't want it to show, make a dress that has peplon. There are wedding dresses that have peplon. Make dresses that have layers, or do a ball dress. Just do something that is going to fit your body. And even if it is belly you have, like you have a big tummy, not pregnancy, you don't go and have sex before wedding. I'm not send you. So even if you have a big tummy, you didn't kill anybody. Enjoy yourself. Make a dress that is smart and sweet and comfortable and elegant and beautiful. Same as shoes. Brides, you don't need to wear 10 inches shoes because nobody will see it. That's like the bitter truth. Nobody sees the bride's wedding shoe. Except from that video that they will do in the beginning, that they will video everything you want to wear. Your wedding dress is long. So most times, even if anybody is seeing your shoe, it's just going to be the tip of your shoe. And this is also, I'm still going to do a video on budgeting and how to save money on your wedding day. All of you that are trying to cut costs and save money, one way to save money is through shoes. You don't have to buy that Swarovski whiskey $1 million shoe because we are not seeing it. Let me tell you 3 things that people see mostly on brides. Your makeup, your hair, your hairstyle, and your dress. That's for the wedding day. For traditional wedding, people look at your dress, look at your jewelry and accessories, look at your gele. That is it. Nobody sends you with shoe. I know people always say that the first thing they look at is shoe, not on your wedding, because your wedding dress is usually long. For your engagement, fine, you can decide to sew like a 3/4 or whatever, so you can do the best shoe that you want. But for the wedding, if it's not going to make you comfortable, don't wear a shoe that is too high and don't waste your money. For me, on my wedding day, I wore a flat shoe. Why? Because I don't want to fall down. I don't want to fall. So I understand that my dress is long. My dress is going to be sweeping the floor. So why wear a shoe that is too high that can cause injury, accident, that can go and scalloping with my dress and now make me fall? So I didn't even bother at all, at all. And these are the things that you should consider. And I saved a lot of money from buying a simple flat shoe because nobody bothered, nobody saw it. My dress was very simple, such that nobody had to carry it for me. All those people that you wear wedding dress are like 10 people we have to carry just so you can walk. If you like it, no wahala. But for me, I see it as stress. My chief bridesmaid was bawling on my wedding day because she didn't have to be pulling my clothes up and down. I made a dress that fits my body and something I could move in easily. You understand? So I didn't have to be sometimes those heavy gowns are too heavy that you won't even be free to walk, to dance. And that's why we're talking about freedom is important on your wedding day. So please wear comfortable clothes. One reason brides always frown and are unhappy is because their clothes are not just comfortable or they do not fit. Or another one, and this is why it is important to plan ahead. Maybe on your wedding day, that's when they delivered particular outfit and you see that that's not the style you want and you have to wear like that. That bride will definitely frown throughout. So please pick out clothes and styles that are very comfortable, shoes that are very comfortable, and something that you're going to love and look beautiful in. Yeah. So my next point will be that on your wedding day, eat if you can. For me, I was so happy on my wedding days, I did not even eat. I did not eat. It was after the wedding, I was now wishing I ate. Up until now, sometimes I crave my wedding food because I know what was on the menu. The menu was rich. There was a lot of everything on that menu. So sometimes I always wish that I ate on my wedding day. But anyways, if you can eat. Sometimes hunger can lead to anger and you just be frowning, right? So if you are somebody that is a breakfast person, try to eat something light on your wedding day just so that you have energy to do the things that you're supposed to do, but if you know that the food is going to make you bloated or make you heavy, you can just take a cup of tea or something, but don't drink too much of water so you not have to be looking for toilet up and down. So in as much as you should eat, if you can, ensure you don't eat too much or eat a combination of different things so that it will not have to carry you and your wedding dress to the toilet. Next point is going to be that leave your phone alone. Sisters, the reason we are frowning and we're not happy on our wedding day is because people that think that they should tell you they are no more coming or they should inform you when something is not going as planned will try to reach you on your phone. So a day to your wedding, people are already trying to reach you. This one happened. This one has scattered. This one. Hand over your phone to your chief bridesmaid. That's why the person is your chief bridesmaid. For me, I was still on my phone most of the fact as I was getting married, as they join us like this. For people that remember, I collected my phone from my chief bridesmaid and I just typed on my status, I have married you, because I was just super excited, right? So as much as possible, give your phone to your chief bridesmaid and attend to only something that they say the bride. I have to speak to the bride. I had a lot of calls coming in on my wedding and I did not pick because I don't know who want to share good news and who want to share bad news. So after the wedding, we'll be talking to ourselves because it's very important to keep your joy, to maintain joy, to guard your heart and guard your space. So as much as possible, don't pick undue phone calls. Don't. That's not the time to not be sleeping on WhatsApp and stuff because somebody can think they are trying to be accountable by saying something have break, something have scatter, not knowing that they are going to actually spoil your mood. So please, as much as possible, just day your day. Give your chief bridesmaid your phone, let her handle the matter, and if it is a matter of their life and death, collect the phone. If not, enjoy because people will be calling. At the end of the day, pẹ̀lẹ́ ọmọ mi ò lè wá mọ́. Ìyàwó ṣe mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ canopy ti jábọ́. Òjò tó ń rọ̀ yẹn, àwọn drinks yẹn ti scatter. We don't want to hear bad news. If anything is happening, please don't call. And this is message to everybody. If anything bad is happening, don't call the bride. Somebody did not eat, don't tell the bride. Somebody clinical, don't tell the bride. Leave the couple alone. Please try and fix it. Call somebody else. That's why it's important for you to have an event planner. So that if things are not going as planned and somebody needs somebody to step in, let your event planners do it, or maybe your sibling or somebody. As I said, delegate. Next point will be that accept that you cannot control everything no matter what. I think I mentioned that before, but let me reiterate. Accept that you cannot control everything. Even if you put your wedding in dry season, rain can choose to fall. Even if you put your wedding in the morning or something can happen. So nature is one factor. You may not be able to control the wind, control the rain. I hear people pray. Yes, it's good to pray that God, please, so don't let the rain fall on my wedding. But even if the rain eventually falls, please don't let that spoil your mood. If somebody that you love so much says they cannot come again, don't let that spoil your mood. If something did not, maybe you ordered something and did not get delivered, please don't let it affect your mood. As much as possible, if you can replace it last minute, do. And if you cannot, just move on with your life, right? So accept that everything may not go according to plan. Even the biggest weddings, I saw a wedding that was going on perfectly, that was beautiful. Gosh, I'm imagining the effort of the event planners, and before you know it, something sparked and the decor clothes began to burn. This one, I'm sure the couple were going to be very sad, and I really feel for them because it was a disaster, to be honest. But in cases where it's not so much of how will I put it? I've seen the one where, so I was at a wedding where, you know, this tunnel, this light, when a couple are doing first dance, that thing that comes like fire, it burns the bride's wedding dress, and unfortunately the dress, she rented it was not hers. That stuff almost spoiled her mood, but luckily for her, she had a reception dress to change into. So they just finished their first dance and she changed to the reception dress, and the tailor said she was going to fix the damage and everything. So somebody else would have just taken that as, hey, village people have attacked me, and start being gloomy. But no, you cannot control everything. So please, as much as possible, what you can control is your heart. So guard your heart very well. Guard your heart and maintain your joy. That's the one within your control. Yeah? So next point is that, please, this one, I know that some brides are not going to accept, or some couples are not going to accept, but please, let African parents be African parents. If you are Yoruba like me, or even if you are Nigerian, there is this saying that parents are the one that own their children's wedding. And to be honest, I accept. When I was planning my wedding and my parents did not approve of some things I wanted, or they wanted to bring something that I did not like, there was a lot of back and forth. I was unhappy. I was like, oh, it's my day. I should have. Until one day, thank God for the Holy Spirit, I just calmed down. I'm like, okay, sometimes you conquer not by fighting, but through silence and just accepting your fate. So eventually I'm just like, okay. And I remember that, wait, my parents are as happy as I am on my wedding day, because it's a thing of joy that you're sending your child to her husband's house. She did not pregnant, she did not bring you shame, she did not do bad things, she's successful, It's a thing of joy and pride for every parent, yeah? So they will want to also carry your wedding on their head. They have friends all over the world. My wedding, we had at least 1,200 to 1,500 people, yeah? Just because I'm the only girl. So there were a lot of things that I could not cancel, like the number of guests, because it's only my wedding that my parents are going to have full control over. So why not allow them? So please, let your parents do their thing. If they say they are bringing somebody from somewhere, or they want to, let them do their thing as much as possible, especially if what they want to introduce, they're the ones paying for it, or if your parents are the ones fully sponsoring your wedding. Please, as much as possible, let them do their thing. I know that for us youths now, we want to have DJ, them they want to have live band. Reach a consensus, have both. For me, I wanted a particular MC. My parents said no, they wanted another MC. I shall prayed and begged them. They accepted. But for another vendor that they wanted, I didn't want, I had to agree with them. So, you agree, mix here, mix here, mix there. But if you want to do, it is my wedding, no, daddy cannot dictate, no, mommy cannot dictate, all of you will just do kitty kata. And at the end of the day, on your wedding day that you and your parents are supposed to be like loving up on one another, you are going to be angry at them. They're going to also be angry at you because you did not allow them to do what they wanted to do. So please, this one is begging. One major thing that causes distraction, quarrels, and anger in couples is them not accepting their parents for who they are. If your mommy on a normal day, the person that has gone to the wedding of all her friends, you now say all of those are friends will not come for your wedding. You cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. So please accept, reach a consensus as much as possible. The times when you can stand your ground and say no is if maybe they're trying to introduce something, and if you're a believer and your parents are not Christians, if they're not trying to like bring in traditional or something that does not agree to your faith, you cannot stand your ground and prayerfully conquer that. But I really do hope that you don't have to be in that kind of situation, because it can be very, very tough. But other than that, please let them bring all their friends if they want to. Let them I don't know, let them do what they want to, and don't fight them, don't quarrel. This is like one of the few moments that you and your parents are going to remember for the rest of your life. So enjoy it and allow them enjoy it. Don't do it's my wedding, and your parents will not be like guests. No, allow them do their thing. If your mommy's gele wants to reach heaven, allow her. If your daddy's agbada wants to sweep the streets of Lagos, allow him. Focus on you and your husband or you and your wife, and let your parents do their thing, right?